What's up, Chili Pup? Thanks for stopping by. So I've had this bike a couple of weeks now. I feel like I can give you an honest review on it. It's the Kingbull Literider 2.0. Let's turn it on. I've got 24 miles on it and I've still got 60% battery charge. That's amazing. So maybe I can get 60 miles out of one charge. But we won't talk too much. I'll put in some clips of me riding it and then we'll get back to talking about the bike. Okay, so I'm out on a test ride, just testing out all the upgraded features on this bike. You know, I don't just get a bike, pull it out of the box and tell you it's great. I got to test it out for a couple of weeks first. All right, we're about to do a steep hill climb with a bunch of rocks. And I want to see if this upgraded motor is what they say it is. Ooh, big bumps. I'm just barely pedaling. It's pulling me right up it. Yeah, this is easy pedaling. I think this motor has a torque sensor in it. I could tell at the steepest part of the hill, the motor automatically gives you a power boost. It can sense when you're struggling. The old bike didn't have that feature, but I think this one does. I'm trying to hit the rocks to test out the front suspension. It seems to be a little softer than the old bike. I like that. I can feel a little less vibration in the handlebars. I'm trying to run over these rocks on purpose just to get it to bounce. The handlebars probably look really bouncy on camera. But yeah, I mean, this is and another thing I'm noticing, the motor is quieter. I use a lapel mic when I'm bike riding because it naturally filters out the noise of the motor and the tires in the dirt. And I'm thinking that, yeah, this motor just sounds quieter. It doesn't get loud when it's under strain. So yeah, I think they're right. So far I can tell that they said the suspension was better and the motor was better on this one, and I think they're right. But like I said, I'm gonna have to do weeks of testing before I do a video on it. But it feels great. I mean, it feels like a more stable bike. It feels more stable, and we're gonna find out if the battery range is longer like they say it is or not. The whole time I've been riding, that I've been pedaling uphill. I don't know if you can tell from the camera, it's all uphill. And I'm in pedal assist number 1, and it pulled me up that steep rocky hill just in assist level number 1, and it has 5 levels. So later on I'll be trying it all the way up to 5 to see just how much power this bike has. But what a beautiful place to take a bike test ride. Okay, now let's do the downhill test. I'll be testing out the hydraulic brakes and just overall test to how it handles at higher speeds. So let's hit it. Yeah, it's doing really well. I mean, the brakes have plenty of power. This is where I can really tell the front suspension is much better. It's got more adjustments to it than the old bike did. Okay, I pushed the screen monitor forward so the sun wouldn't glare off of it, but I leaned over and glanced at it and I got up to 29 miles per hour and it's handling fine. Let's see, the other thing I can tell is the seat is more padded and it's got an air gap in the middle of it. Helps keep all your junk dry. Yeah, I think I could do much longer ranges on this bike. We're gonna see if it's a 60-mile battery or not. They say you can get up to 60 miles out of one charge, but the way I ride, probably about 40. Okay, back to the bike. You can toggle through your menu here with your tripometer and your timer and your mileage and all that good stuff. And then if you want to change your pedal assist level, you press this plus or minus button. So it's got 5 pedal assist levels. I've gone through the manual, and they're not marketing this bike as having a torque sensor, but I believe it does because it behaves just like it does. But I'll leave a link so you can check out all the specs and you can make an informed decision before you buy it. It tells you all the parameters about the motor and the electronics. But some nice upgrades on the frame of this bike. It's more streamlined now. Look at all the attention to detail on the cabling. They've wrapped it up nicely. There's a headlight. There's a button on the handlebar you push. Doesn't look very bright in the daytime, but it is super bright. And here's the button here. Also a horn. Loud horn. Let people know to get out of the way. There's the throttle. I like a twist throttle better than a thumb throttle. And it's on the right hand side. I mentioned that the seat has been upgraded. Check this out. It's got an air gap in the middle, much more padding. So that's another upgrade on the 2.0 model. I've added this post under here. That's a suspension post. It does not come with this. This is something I've added. And let me get the key. Let's pop the battery out. Twist the key, the battery already pops up. Then you wiggle it a little bit and pull it out. It's a massive battery. Let me show you the specs on it. Let me rest it on the seat. 720 watt hour. So no wonder you can get 60 miles out of it. That's where you plug it in to charge it. You can also charge it while the battery is in the bike frame. You've got a little hole here, right there. So you don't have to pop the battery out to charge it. Here's how you put the battery in. Put the bottom in first. And line it up and give it a snap. There we go. You don't need the key to turn the bike on. The key is only for removing the battery. Notice the wheels. No spokes. No maintenance. That's the way to go on a bike. You never have to worry about truing up the wheel. And on the front suspension, that's where you would lock it out if you wanted to, and that's where your adjustments are to make it ride softer or more firm. And since this is a folding bike, it also has folding pedals, which saves even more space. Look at this. Very easy. Push and fold. And pops right back out. And here I have my small toolkit bungeed to the grab bar. That's what that bar is. It's a handle. They put that there on purpose so when you fold the bike, you can pick it up by that handle. I've never seen another bike that has that. It comes almost fully assembled. I've never had a bike so easy to put together. The rear wheel, the fender, all on there. All you got to do is put the front fender on and the front wheel, and the handlebar just slides right in. And it has adjustment on the height also. But it comes much more assembled than any other bike I've ever had. And I've had, what, 5 or 6 e-bikes now? This one took like a half hour to put together, and most of them take like an hour and a half. And the display's new on this model. It's brighter, more color, and it's turned horizontally instead of vertically. I like that. A little lower profile. I do like that. But it's a beauty. But click the link, do your research, and if you can find a better bike with all these features at a better price, well, I guess you should get it. But I don't know if you'll be able to find one. I have full freedom to say anything I want to about this bike, positive or negative. They are not paying me. They did send me the bike. However, I do have the liberty to say whatever I want about the bike, and the only thing I think could be better is maybe it could have a little more fancy grips. But other than that, I love it. You know, I've never had a bad e-bike, but some are better than others. I'm sure there's some out there that really suck. But you can tell that they put a lot of thought into this one. Yeah, this is a good one. So, yeah, check the link out, and that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching. Take care, be well, and smash the bell.